Hi there, it's Fionna Gossling from Royal LePage. I have an update as to what happened in Burlington real estate in December 2024 for the second time. So hopefully this time no glitches. So quick market update. When you look at how the Burlington market performed as a whole, when you combine all of the average sale prices every month, it was the second highest price in Burlington history. So 2022 was the peak. Burlington actually held on quite well to quite high prices before there was any kind of correction in 2022. And then 2023 was slower, and 2024 was also a slow month. There were not a ton of transactions, but prices have held quite well. And I anticipate that, and this is coming from all sorts of reading and research that I've done, and what the Bank of Canada is saying, what banks are predicting, that the real estate market will be fairly busy, or there'll be a return of buyers to the real estate market. And transactions will increase. And when transactions increase, there's a little bit of a lag, and then prices start to increase. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for the bottom to fall out, I personally don't think it's going to happen. And you can see that from this graph for the last 4 years, it hasn't happened. So if you're waiting for something, for a sign, this might be it. Now, when you chart the average and median sale price every month, you can see it is not a direct line up. So in the following slides, where I'm looking at average sale price month by month, if it's down a month, that is not suggesting a continued down period. And that's why I chart it this way, to see the progression over the months, over the years. So last month, barely any sales. We had 112 units transact. That is incredibly low by all standards. There were 427 units on the market available for sale, which means there's 3.8 months of inventory, which is a balanced market. So if you're a buyer or a seller out there in Burlington, it's a balanced market right now. The average sale price of all property types was just over $2 million, which is down. However, when you look at only 112 transactions, it is not surprising. It's only a few of the larger transactions that would skew that number significantly. And what is more reasonable or more true is the average sale price is around 1.1, between 1.11 and 1.15 in Burlington. And the median sale price was $900,000. It's kind of interesting to look at what happened in December this year, end of January. So if you bookend the year, there are very few transactions. Average sale price was lower and median sale price was lower, and then it jumped quite a bit the next month. So I anticipate these numbers we're seeing in December are just because it's December. If you look at this December versus last December, our number of transactions were up by about 4%. There are quite a few more properties on the market, and our average sale price was pretty flat. It was down by about 1%. Days on market were up, but not by a ton. So 8%, but it's 37 days versus 40 days. So what I'm seeing is, as sellers are being realistic about their list price and being recognizing that they still need to you need to use recent sales and make adjustments to price your house. And when sellers have done that, it is going to sell quite quickly. And when sellers don't do that, it is going to sit on the market for longer. The numbers kind of reflect that. So if you want to break down those averages into property type, you can see that there were not a ton of detached sales, only 48, and the average sale price of a detached home was $1,375,000. And that's a balanced market with 3.6 months of inventory there. The average townhouse, there's only 2.8 months of inventory, and the average sale price was $870,000, and then the average sale price of a condo was $602,000. and there's 5.1 months of inventory. So that is very much a buyer's market there in the condo field. And we're seeing that clear across the GTA. I think if you have there's quite a lot of condo product and new product coming online. So you need to be very up on the location and the value of the particular condo you are looking to buy or sell, and the future uses of it, potential resale. But I think there's lots of great opportunity to get into a condo right now if you're thinking about getting into the market, or you have kids that you wanted to buy a condo and hold it as an investment as part of your estate planning. Okay, so this slide is looking at detached home sales, and we're going back 4 months, because every month when I would do this, I wouldn't remember what the average sale price was of a detached home the previous month. And so I wanted to look at it as a complete picture here. And I'm going to jump just to the average sale price. You can see that there were not very many sales, which I've already talked about, and there were a decreased number in opportunities to buy detached homes. So there wasn't as much product on the market as there had been in the previous 3 months, but the average sale price held fairly steady. So it's ranged over the last 4 months between 1.550 back in September, and in December it was 1.374. But as you can see from here, it is that graph that goes up and down. So we're in the range. Same thing with condos. There are only 31 sales. The condo market has been sluggish. Fewer condos, so some condos have come off the market there. And the average sale price is down a little bit on the condos, but then again, if there's only 31 sales and one of them wasn't a big one, then that's going to affect your average sale price there. All in all, the stats in December in both Burlington and Oakville are very, very boring. And actually for all of 2023 and 2024, very boring. Same thing with townhouses here. So far fewer sales, only 33 sales, fewer to choose from, but not a huge drop there. And then our average sale price is down a little bit to $869,000 for townhouses, as compared to kind of the $920,000, $930,000 earlier in the year. Or if you had any specific questions about what is going on in the Burlington market, or you're thinking about buying or selling this year, or you're thinking about an investment property in Burlington, do not hesitate to reach out. I am happy to go through the specifics as to what's going on in your neighborhood or the pocket you're interested in. And I think that there's lots of opportunity right now for people who have been waiting on the sidelines and wanting to move up into a bigger space, or wanting to get into the market. I will check back in next month. Take care.